everyone, Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that for you. I have a couple of cards that I want to share with you. Actually, I want to just share Ryan's family's pictures. They gave me permission to share their pictures. And then I got another lovely card. And then I am going to go into a haul, and I'm going to haul a few things from Amazon and a few things from Torrid and a few things from Collections, etc. The Collections, etc. and the Torrid are all closed. I don't have any accent pieces or crafting things from Collections, etc. It's all closed because I found that I really like their clothes for a really good price. And Torrid always has great sales. So, and then I'm going to answer your questions. I have about 8 questions I'm going to answer. So I need to zip and get going on this. First, let me tell you, I still have not received my 3-tiered plate that I ordered from Amazon. And y'all, if I sit here and wait, we might be, it might be next Christmas by the time it arrives with the way the mail is. It says it's supposed to be here today by 9, but a lot of times it says that and it goes, whoops, your package was delayed, and we find out it hadn't even left anywhere yet. So regardless, I will show you that whenever it comes. So, but let me get started with these cards first. Let me do that first and show you the pictures. Remember I told you that Ryan Anderson and his family sent me this lovely card with all the scriptures. And here they are. This is Ryan and Jess is his wife, and then little Kenzie. Check out little Kenzie. She is just a doll. She is just a doll. Kenzie is 8 years old, and apparently, well, I've seen, they've shown me pictures of her sitting in her little chair watching me. So, Kenzie, thank you for watching, honey. Thank you so much, and thank you to Ryan and to Jess for all of your sweet support and love. I appreciate y'all so much. So much. Thank you so much. Mwah. To all of you. Thank you so much. And here's little Kenzie and her. She's in, hang on. Mackenzie Anderson, 8 years old, 2nd grade. Isn't that cute? She is a doll. She is just a doll. So thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much. This will go in my hope chest, or my little, my little box that I keep all of my cards and whatnots in. And then I got this other card from this lovely lady that I have been friends with on Facebook for a long time. Her name is Bonnie, and she sent me this beautiful card from she and her husband. So thank you so much, Bonnie. I love it. It's so cute, and thank you for your sweet message. Thank you for your sweet message. Mwah. Oh my goodness. Again, you guys are really good to me. Also, before I continue on here, I wanted to have a little commentary about some of the comments that came in with my mantle decor, you guys. And I want to be careful with my wording here because I never want to hurt anybody's feelings. But I want people to be aware that their comments may hurt my feelings. So I would ask that, for the majority, 99% of my comments are upbeat and positive and supportive and wonderful. But there were a couple that were off color, telling me how I should have done this or should have done that, or how they thought I should have done this or that. Well, that's not why I share, you guys. I'm decorating in our home the way I enjoy decorating. If what I do can be a help to others, then that is wonderful. If I ask you for help, then please give it. But if I don't ask, there's no need to give me help. That means that I've decorated it the way in which Chris and I like to sit and look at it, and the way in which we're happy with it. So I would just ask folks to please take care with their commenting. And I've had people say, well, don't people realize that those people on YouTube set themselves up for, for people to attack them? Well, maybe so, because we put ourselves out into the public eye, and maybe that's why, you know, folks feel like they can say whatever they want to us or about us. But we are human beings, and we do have feelings, you know, and it just because we are on YouTube doesn't mean that it should be okay for people to say whatever they want to us. You know what I mean? So just, I ask you to think about to that 1% of you. And as I say, the majority, 99.9% of you are, my gosh, I have the best subbies in the whole wide world, you know? But I would just ask to think before one speaks. Once it's spoken, it can't be taken back. You know, as my mom always said, you know, once those words are spoken, they're remembered, they're taken to heart, they're hurt. Or the same goes for positivity, you know. Hopefully, because I give positivity, those words go to your hearts and you remember those words. And you won't hear me being too negative ever on here, you guys. You won't. You know, I'm just not like that in my real life. I'm not a negative person, and I don't like to say negative things about other people or to other people. I don't find joy in that at all, because I've been on the receiving end of that too many times, and I know how much it hurts. So enough of that, but I did want to acknowledge that, you know. So, okay, anyway, enough of that. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move right along. Let me share just a few things that I've gotten from Amazon as of late. I'm gonna be decorating in the blue and white decor, and look what I found. I found this beautiful little teapot. Isn't that cute? And I'll flash up how much it was. Wasn't an exorbitant amount of money. I won't be using this for tea, probably. I will be using it in a vignette of some sort, or in a tray design, or, you know, some way else. But I just thought that was the cutest little teapot. I have a little teapot lamp over here that sits in the corner of my kitchen. But I thought this would be cute maybe on my kitchen counter somewhere, you know, to bring in a little bit of more of the blue. Usually my kitchen is blue and white with a pop of red. So, but anyway, I love this. And then let me back up and say, I bought us a new comforter set from Kohl's this year for Christmas. It was the first time ever in our 37 years of marriage that we've ever had like holiday bedding. I just don't do holiday bedding. Well, I saw it on sale and we had Kohl's cash, and I did buy ourselves a California King quilt. Well, I didn't realize, I had bought a quilt a few years ago from Walmart, just a king size, and it's very pretty, and it's got little rosebuds on it, and it's very pretty, but it doesn't cover like all the way down the sides of the bed. You know, I have a big pillow top king size mattress, and it doesn't fit all the way down. I can always see the sheets, and I'm always trying to yank it one way, which pulls it up too short on the one side, and then I yank it that way and it pulls it up too short on that side, and I can see the sheets, and it drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. So I told Chris, I said, I think I'm gonna look on Amazon and purchase us a new quilt. We like quilts, we don't like comforters, or Chris likes. So anyway, I found this, which I really love. I already have a burgundy colored bed skirt on our bed, and so I wanted to keep in the burgundy and white theme, kind of. So this is what I got, and it's a California King, because I think I was just so impressed with that California King, you know. So this is what I got. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. So it really brings out the burgundy, and that's what it looks like. Just little florals, and very, you know, sporadically placed. And it's the quilt, and then two king size. Let's see if I can pull out one of the pillow shams. Two king size. Come on now. There we go. I think that is going to be super pretty, very subtle. I have 3 Euro pillows. I already have the Euro pillow shams, forms and shams in white. So won't that be pretty? I got them in like corduroy. I have them linked in my Amazon shop. I will link this in my Amazon shop, but I just want to kind of warn you. This, I did not buy this with Amazon Prime. I bought it just through regular Amazon, and I did pay shipping. I paid $16.93 shipping, but the set was $59.99. So I said to Chris, I said, I'm not going to find a California King quilt with 2 king size pillow shams for 60 bucks anywhere, probably, that's, you know, in any kind of good shape. So I did go ahead and pay the shipping. I'll link it in my bedroom and bathroom, I think, box, just in case you want to take a closer look at it. But, you know, I certainly understand if you don't want to pay that shipping. I get it. So, but anyway, and then one more thing I want to show you from Amazon is, y'all know I always am putting my glasses on and off and on and off. And some of you have asked me where I get my glasses. Well, I get them from Amazon. And they are spiffy glasses, though. I want to tell you about them a little bit if you haven't seen me ever speak about them. I found these, very first time I found them like in a CVS or Walgreens, something like that. And I was looking for something because I am forever, you know, editing, looking up and down, looking at the TV, looking, you know, at other parts of the room, going away from my computer, looking at a piece of paper. You know, I'm always, and when you have one vision glasses or one, you know, sometimes when they're just, you know, say 2.0 readers, when you look up at the TV, oh my land, you can't see the TV. Well, these glasses are considered to be 3 lens, 1 strength. Tired of taking your glasses off and putting them on as you switch between activities such as reading and working on your laptop? Wish you didn't have to peer over your glasses as often as you do? Foster Grant has the solution with its latest innovation in reading glasses, multi-focused advanced reading glasses. Multi-focused reading glasses feature 3 strengths in 1 pair of reading glasses, so you can work on your computer, and interact with others without having to take off your glasses. For reading, your normal strength. For computer, slightly less than normal, and for interacting, half normal strength. So in other words, I can sit here with my glasses on this whole time, and if I look like at the top of, you know, out of the top of my glasses, the lens, then everything looks the same. If I look in the middle, then I can kind of look at things kind of at a distance, and if I look down, you know, at the bottom, I can read. It's hard to explain, and it's a very subtle change, and it's not like they're trifocals, you know, it's just very subtle, and I love these glasses. I don't want anything other than these glasses anymore, unless I need to go to a prescription strength, which I don't right now. Back to my vision, my regular vision, I went from nearsighted to farsighted, y'all. Go figure. And my astigmatism has gotten better. I had a really bad astigmatism and used to have to wear contacts and like glasses. Don't have to wear glasses anymore, only to read, you know, and do computer work. But these glasses are not cheap per pair. They are $23 a pair, but they last a long time. They are plastic lenses, you know, but you know, if you're careful with them, and they come with their own little case like this. Replace them. So anyway, I wanted to tell you about these. These are awesome, awesome little readers. So, okay, that is all of my Amazon stuff. So let me move on to, we'll work with collections, etc. Now, I've already taken pictures of myself. I've been working on this video for a while today, and I've already taken pictures of myself. So I'm going to do a split screen here and show you a picture of myself. Instead of me getting up and down and making myself all hot and everything, I went ahead and did it before I sat down to talk with you guys. So I'm going to just show you the pieces, and then I'll show you a picture of myself and how it looks. I'm dressed all in black. I've got black ankle pants on and a black turtleneck. You know, this I got from Torrid. I really hesitate to give you prices because I didn't pay full price for, especially the Torrid stuff. They always have good sales going on. I encourage you to go to your local store if you have one, or check Torrid online if these are available. If you do not see a link for these in the description, that means that they're not available. And some of them may not be, because I bought all of this on clearance, you guys. But I want to show you the quality, and I wanted to talk about sizing a little bit. with both of these places. So I am a true 2X right now. I'm no longer that big 1X, small 2X. No, honeys, I've graduated right back into a 2X. I am depressed to say, but that's okay. I'm still wearing my 16 pants. I still have them on today, and they're not tight. They fit, you know, 16, they're from Avenue, so probably an 18 really, because they're, you know, Avenue kind of gives you a little bit of space to gives you a little wiggle room, so to speak, you know. But still, I need to get right back on my eating plan, which Chris and I have already said we're doing. Actually, starting today, we had soup and salad for lunch. We're having salads for dinner. So we're going to get right back on the bandwagon, Lord willing. So anyway, I wanted to start with collections. All of these garments from collections are 2Xs, and you'll see how they fit me. And they're all either a little vest or they're going to be kimonos. Everything I'm going to show you is either a vest or a kimono. So if you don't like that sort of thing, you might just want to skip past this part of the video. But that's what I'm going to be showing you, because I really like vests or kimonos, you know. I like to layer. I think it's a nice look for a larger size lady like me. Kind of hides the imperfections or the situations, as I said, might not want to see. So anyway, here's my first item. This is a quilted long vest. This comes down over my bum, as you can see. It does have a cinched middle that you can pull in, and it zips up. Super comfy on. And see, now I would wear this all day long. I would not wear this as a jacket. I would wear this as an outfit all day long, because I'm like cold natured. I get cold easy. So anyway, I love this. It has pockets, super cute. You know, when you pull it, you can tighten it. See that? So, super cute. Love the color. Color is pretty. So, and it's soft. It's really, really soft. And inside, it's lined. See that? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? And this was like, I don't know whether I pulled this up or not. From collections, it was like cheap. Again, they're not cheap clothes. They're cheaply priced, but I don't feel like they're cheap, you know. This, if I can, I'll you know, flash it up there. And again, if I can find a link, I will give it to you in the description. Okay, so that was the first thing. Again, from collections, etc. I got a little jean vest. Again, it's kind of long, and look at the back. It's really cute. It's kind of cinched in the back, and that is elastic. It does stretch. Isn't that cute? Little collar, and it snaps, and it's got pockets. So cute. Comfy on. Really cute. Again, a 2X from collections, etc. So, and again, there's that. And then here we go with another vest. This is a quilted vest. Isn't this cute? Paisley quilted vest with pinks and grays and kind of a corally color. And doesn't have pockets. Does have pockets. It zips up. And it is lined. Isn't that cute? Very cute. And you can see it on me and how long it is. Good colors. I had a pretty scarf pull out like the pink. Oh, wouldn't that be pretty? Oh my goodness, I love it. Super pretty. Again, from collections, etc. You're gonna recognize this one because I have the same thing in blue. I have it in purple too. Look at this. I love these. They're high-low. You know, higher in the front and lower, cover up the bum, you know, and I wear them all with, like I've been doing, black on black underneath. And I have a pretty purple necklace that I can wear with this that I got from Amazon. So I love these. These are so cute. Okay, let's move on to Torrid now. For Torrid, it's really hard for me to give you prices. In fact, I'm not going to put, you know, throw up here what I paid for it because I really don't know. My receipts don't say. I used a, you know, so much off coupon and all that kind of stuff. know that I got them for a really good price though. And usually they have really good sales, and I encourage you to check them out online, or as I said, go into your local store. So here's the first item. And oh, the sizing in here. Now I have some girls here that I need to contend with on a daily basis. And I'm quite busty, and I cannot wear their twos, you guys. They do ones, twos, threes, fours, fives, and so on. I need to go up to a 3 in Torrid tops because they just are too tight across my chest if I don't. So all of these items will be 3s, and I think there's a 3, 4. This is 3. It says it's 22, 24. But to me, it's, you know, I'm a solid 2X though, y'all. I'm a solid 2X. So whatever that means to you, you know. But anyway, I thought this was really cute. It's navy blue and like a peachy pink. Isn't that pretty? With little flowers and little sun faces. And it's really cute. I love it. And it is it a high-low? Oh, yes, it is a high-low. So cute. Super cute on. Super cute on. Okay, and here's this one. And this is kind of like a sweater. This is kind of like a lightweight sweater. And this is a size 3. And again, this is a, is it a high-low? Yes, it's a high-low. I love high-lows. Can you tell? And I'm tall though, you girls. And I would say if you're petite, on the petite side, anywhere from 5, this would be really long on somebody like 5'2", 5 foot, 5'2". I think this might be a little too long for you. Unless you wear high heels, which is always pretty. You could do that. Wear yourself a little pair of leggings, put on a little black top, a little scarf. That'd be cute. But for you tall ladies, this is nice. I mean, it's very nice. That's another reason why I encourage you to try to, if you have a Torrid locally, go in there, try on a couple of things, see what your size is, you know? But I love this. I think this is super cute. You know? So, and it's 3/4 length sleeves. All of these are pretty much 3/4 length sleeves. Super cute. And this one isn't quite as long. This one is not long. This is a size 3. I thought I had a 3/4. I guess I don't. But I love this. And, it is not a high-low, is it? It might be a bit of a high-low. It's not as, what's the word I want? It's not as harsh of a high-low, I guess. I mean, you know. But this is cute, really cute on. This is really cute on. Love this. So you guys will be seeing these outfits moving forward. Yes, you all may think I have a lot of clothes, and I do. And I do. And I admit I'm a clothes horse. Before anybody has, you know, says anything to me or about me that, oh my land, do you think Arlynn has enough clothes? Y'all know. And you guys see me in the same things a lot, you know, but I am on YouTube and I like to have different clothing, you know, like y'all have seen this before. And y'all have seen a lot of the stuff I wear. I wear, you know, things twice, 3 times, 4 times, whatever. But I do like to have some, you know, some variety. And I have the money to buy them, and I'm going to buy them. I make my own money now, you know. No, this is kind of me turning over my YouTube money back into my channel because I like to look nice for you guys, you know? So there we go. I'm not going to make excuses for spending money on clothing though. I'm just not. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm done with that. I'm done making excuses about buying whatever I buy. Whatever. You know? I'm getting on my high horse all over the place today, aren't I? Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, now let's go into some questions. Let me get my computer. It turned off, and one of my kids had texted me, so let me make sure it's not an emergency. Oh, it's so Candace. Nap is going well, she says. Candace is in my Facebook group. I'll put up Candace's Chronicles. Candace is so funny. And she just wrote, the nap is going well. Can you see? He's as wide awake as the day is long. Oh, little booger. Let me write her back. Okie dokie, let me get my questions up here. Now, 3 of these, the first 3 were from the other day that I didn't get to. And I know this is probably going to end up being a pretty long video, so I will try to zip on along here. I don't want to rush, though, when I answer questions. So, okay, here we go. First one is from Denise Jones. Hello, Arlynn. Enjoyed your video, and it looked like you all had a blessed Christmas with family. I have 2 grapevine trees, one that stays on my front porch and one I have in my family room, which has a more narrow base. I am always trying to figure out more ways to decorate the one in the house by the seasons instead of placing white lights around it. Do you have any ideas in which to decorate a grapevine tree for the seasons? I keep hoping one of these days in one of your shopping hauls that you will have a grapevine tree to inspire me with ideas. Thanks so much for your lovely videos. Have a wonderful New Year. You too, Denise, and thank you so much. I don't have a grapevine tree. I don't know why I don't, but I don't have a grapevine tree. You're right. I think the first thing that came to my mind when I read this was a pipberry garland wrapped in white lights. That's the first thing I thought of, which I thought would be really super pretty. You know, buy the pipberry garland from the pipberrybarn.com is where I get most of my pipberry garlands. Also, craftoutlet.com sells them too. Sometimes you can get just a cream colored one from Hobby Lobby. When you get it for half price, it's pretty decently priced. So, you know, just get yourself a pair of, you know, a set of brown corded white lights. You can find them linked in my Amazon shop too. And, you know, wrap them around and then wrap that around. And then if you wanted even to wrap some ribbon around that, or even combine the pip berries with like a greenery garland, like I did for the mantle the other day. Remember, I put the 2 garlands together. There's no reason why you couldn't do that and add something to, you'll see when I put up my garland in the dining room that's what I did. I took a greenery garland and I took a pipberry garland and I wrapped the 2 in, intertwined it with one another. It really makes a pretty one. So that's what I would do. That's absolutely what I would do. I know it. Sky's the limit. Oh my goodness, my little mind's just a whirl. Good luck with that. Good luck. I hope you show me a picture if you get something like that. That would be fun to work with though. Okay, next one is from Paulette Vale. I'm new to your channel. Well, welcome. I hope you're enjoying it here. And you make my day every time I watch you all. You're sweet. I laugh with you, and at times you bring tears to my eyes. My question that I struggle with is my countertops. They are very similar to yours, but I feel I have to decorate with the colors in the granite. Any tips or suggestions? Thank you. You know what? I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I used to feel like I needed to pull out the colors in the granite. There are a lot of different colors. This is called Santa Cecilia Gold. And there's a good bit of gold. There's some gray. There's black. And there's cream. Gold, not really. Well, you can almost see it as you're sitting there looking at it. And I have stopped trying to necessarily bring out the colors in the granite. Now that said, I don't put things on the granite that will clash with it. Like I wouldn't use a lime green out there, for instance, but I don't like lime green anyway to decorate with. So that's just me. But I just tend to pretty much decorate with what I want to out there. When I think about it, I put reds on it. I've used reds on it. I've used blues on it. I've used whites on it. You know, nothing really clashes too much with it, but I understand what you mean. You don't want it to be a blatant like, oh, that looks terrible with the, you know, with the countertop. But I would just experiment. I'm fixing to put a whitewash gray lantern out on my countertop to replace like my red Then Sings My Soul lantern for a change, just for a change. And I'm really looking forward to that because that really, it should blend nicely with these countertops, you know. So I don't know, I guess you just need to experiment and never, ever discount what you think looks nice. if you think it looks nice in your house, then you put it on your countertops and it's going to look nice because you think it looks nice. And I'm telling you, you just trust yourself. Trust your eye. This goes for all of you guys when you do your decorating. Trust your eye. You know, use what you want to use and trust. If it looks nice to your eye, then it's going to look nice to others. But it doesn't really matter what it looks like to others. It matters what it looks like to you because you live in the house, right? Kind of what I was saying at the beginning there. So I'm not much help on that one because I pretty much just put whatever I want onto it. Now, if it does clash a lot, which I really haven't thought of any, can't think of anything off the top of my head that has really clashed with it, you know. So I hope that helped a little bit. I don't know. Okay, the next one is from Charlene Stevenson. Arlynn, wow, I know y'all are so tired. It made me tired just watching. Probably my deconstruction video. Do you decorate for Valentine's Day or go right into Easter decorating? Decorating is a lot of work and y'all do an amazing job. Well, thank you. It is wonderful that you have a wonderful husband, Chris, to help. He is a blessing. Yes, he is. My husband, Jerry, does also. Oh, that's good. We pray that y'all have a very blessed and prosperous new year. 2021. You too, Miss Charlene, you too. I do not decorate much for Valentine's Day. I just never have. I don't know why. I've never really gotten into it. If I do anything, it might be to add something to a little tray, to my tray decor, you know, that I'm fixing to do for the, you know, for the island. Or if I do anything, I mostly do it outside at my mailbox, on the front porch, maybe a little something, you know, a little different wreath out on the, you know, the light pole and different wreath for the front door, that kind of thing. You know, although what I have out on the front door right now will be fine through Valentine's Day, you know, so I really don't. And I don't know why. I've seen somebody in my Facebook group put up a beautiful Valentine's tree. I love that. You know, that's a really cool thing to do. You know, like I do my fall tree, sits right there. Excuse the cord, by the way, I keep noticing that. Pardon that on the floor. Obviously, I've not decorated anything over there. So nothing is done. I really do truly decorate as I go with you guys. You know, I don't decorate and then come back and undecorate it and then decorate it for you guys. No, I decorate as I go. Things stay undecorated until I'm decorating them with you. I shouldn't maybe do that. Maybe I shouldn't do that, but I'm so methodical when I go through. Anyway, regardless, I'm rambling. Oh, I drive myself crazy. But anyway, bottom line, Charlene, no, I don't. I don't decorate a lot for Valentine's or for St. Patrick's Day. I do kind of, you know, go right on into Easter and then spring, or, you know, spring Easter combination, depending on when Easter falls, you know. So, okay, here we go. Next one is from Believe. Hi, Carol. Hi, Arlynn. So nice to see your haul. You picked up some nice items. I have a question for one of your Q&As. Would you kindly share what product you and Chris use to get your wood floors so shiny? Thanks so much. Love you, girlie. Have a blessed new year. Love, Carol. Honest to Pete, Carol, we don't use anything but Bona, B-O-N-A. I have it linked in my Amazon shop. You can find it also at Bed Bath & Beyond. I saw it in Walmart. Back with the Tide, back with the, you know, the floor cleaners and stuff. You can find it in there, and that's what we use. We use a, you know, mop, or Chris has a machine. The machine, yeah, don't ask me about the machine. It's wonderful. He only uses it like 3 times a year for a kind of a deep clean. But the shine is left over from, it's just, that's what our builder told us to use. And we've been in this house 7 years and the floor is still pretty shiny. Now, don't get up too close to it. And I'm sure you guys have seen the dog scratches. You know, we used to have big Newfie dogs, and they were 150 pounds and 170 pounds respectively. And they, you know, they put some scratches on the floor, especially in their older ages. Y'all know, been with me. You know, I had rugs all over this floor so that they could get up. They had a hard time getting up. And Sophie, the big girl, when she would scratch her little feet, her big feet, you know, trying to get up. So we got all the rugs and sorry, put the rugs down, you know, so that they could get up. So, but there's scratches on my floor, but the floor is, we've never put anything on the floor to make it shine. It is just how it came. And we've just only ever used Bona on our floors. And I only use Bona on my wood furniture. All of my wood furniture, that's what I use. I don't use furniture polish. I don't use any products. I use Bona. That's it on all my wood furniture too, just to tell you that. So sorry to digress there about the dogs. Okay, next one. This is from Wixom Family. Hi, Valerie. Thank you for being you. Oh, I am always so excited to get a notification of a new video from you. Could you please tell me about milk glass? I know nothing about it. All of your pieces are beautiful. Thanks, Valerie. Valerie, I am the worst person in the entire world to ask about milk glass or ask about its origins or ask about anything like that. I really don't know about it. I know Westmoreland is a good name. And I know I'm going to have people going, Arlynn, you ding dong. You know, I'm not even going to try. I encourage you to Google it, you know, maybe, and see what you can find out about it. I just know I love it. I just love the way it looks. I'm sitting here looking at the hutch behind you guys. And I'm excited to use the milk glass on that black hutch. That really popped at Christmas when I had just the white and then the pops of red. And I want to do the same and just do pops of blue, you know, for this time of year. I'm really looking forward to it. I just know that I love it, and I don't know much else about it. I honestly don't. I am just not an expert, and I'm going to say it right out there because I'll say something wrong if I try. So just being honest, y'all, just being honest and straightforward. I'm sorry, Valerie, though. I wish I could answer you better. Next one. This is from Donna Ford. I just found your channel when I was watching all of the Christmas decorating going on. Oh, welcome to my channel then, Donna. Love your beautiful home and your kind spirit. Thank you. Was just curious if you are retired and what you did before YouTube. Happy New Year. I'm not retired. I did not work outside the home for a paycheck. Let's just put it that way. I volunteered a lot. When my girls were in school, I volunteered in their classes. I was their, you know, homeroom mom. Then when they got up into high school, both of my girls are very musical and played instruments and were in the band, regular band and, you know, concert band and also marching band. And I was the band parents president for about 7 years when they were in high school. And that was like a job. Didn't get paid a penny. I got paid in hugs and love, though, from those kids. I love kids, y'all. I love kids. I love working with them. I like maybe being a part of shaping and molding, you know, a little bit, you know. I love it. People tell me I should have been a teacher. I don't know whether that's true. I don't know whether I'd have the patience. My daughter has the patience of Job. She does. Oh, my land. She is just wonderfully patient. But I didn't work outside the home. And then after my kids were gone, then I had Samson, my Newfoundland dog, and he and I were a therapy team together. And we volunteered mostly in my mom's nursing home. But certainly we did other work too. So I'll volunteer. This is the YouTube, and I do get, you know, a monthly paycheck from YouTube because I am monetized. And wasn't that for a long time because I said I'm not on YouTube to make money, and I'm not. It's not my motivation for doing YouTube. Doing YouTube is, for me, is to let me have an outlet where I can maybe help people, you know, right, honey? Here comes Chris. Where were you? Oh, he took a nap. We can do that when we're retired, right, honey? Yes. And that's my motivation for being on YouTube, so I can be a help. Not for anything else, really, you know, and to share whatever I may be able to share. I don't profess to be an educated decorator or an educated crafter or an educated anything. I don't profess to be. I'm college educated, but I don't, 2 years, but I don't profess to be an expert at anything, you know. but I feel like I'm a good people person, and I feel like this has helped me reach out to people and help them feel better, you know, and this is my kind of avenue. My crafting and my decorating is kind of my avenue to be able to help people. So I never retired from anything because I never worked outside the home. Now, Chris has been retired for 4 years almost now, I think. So, okay. Hope that answered your question, Donna. Okay, Tina Power. Arlynn, I've never asked you for a question, but I know you said, but I don't remember, but I like your lipstick. What colors are those? I feel like I got the same color skin that you do, but I love how your lips look, and what's the color and the brand? I've got a bunch of colors here. What am I wearing today? I'm wearing my old staple. Actually, I used 2 different colors today. I used, was it this one? Yes, I used this one. This is, well, first let me tell you, I use, all of my lipstick is from Clinique. I did get that CoverGirl. One of you guys had told me about a CoverGirl one with the one that sets your lipsticks. It does set it. But the color I got wasn't good. I got like a maroon color, and I was like, oh my goodness, I look like I'm all goth. I'm not into goth, you guys. I'm a little old for that, you know? So, but all of my lipstick is from Clinique, and I use Pop, all the Pops. Now be careful, some of them are matte that I didn't realize. I just realized this. Some of them are matte, and some of them are like glossy, like this, you know, and I can't even tell. You'd have to read on Clinique. I get them all from Clinique.com. And let me show you my favorite color of all colors is Raspberry Pop, which is number 24, and I can't ever get things to focus. Raspberry Pop. But this, I wore this color today, and I had paired it with this color, which is Graffiti Pop. Look at that. Graffiti Pop. And this Graffiti Pop is a matte. It's kind of a matte finish. So I didn't get any shine. I was like, I want some shine. I didn't have lip gloss laying around. So I just said, okay, I'll just do this. And added, use my wrinkles, my Raspberry Pop. No, I look like I'm full of lipstick, but there you go. So I combined the 2. But the Raspberry Pop is my very favorite. And I am light complected, as y'all can see. But I like a pop of color on my lips. I do. I think it just makes my makeup, not that I wear a lot of makeup, I don't. But I love my lipstick. I will say that. I love my lipstick. So Raspberry Pop is my go-to every day. I wear Raspberry Pop. You also have seen me wear some red as of late during Christmas. And this is Cherry Pop, I believe, yes, Cherry Pop. Number 08, Cherry Pop. And that is a pretty red. Also, I don't know, did I grab my pink? I have a really pretty pink that I love. This is Papaya Pop. And you can see that I've obviously put my Raspberry Pop on first and then added some of this onto the top of it. I do that a lot. I mix my colors a good bit. Just playing around, you know. And I can't remember what my pretty pink one is called. I gotta go get it, y'all. It's driving me crazy. I'll be right back so I can tell you. Hang on. I'll be right back. Punch Pop. This is one of my favorites too. Y'all see me wear this a good bit. Punch Pop. Very pretty. Very pretty, very, very pretty. So all of them are pretty. They stay on fairly well. They're not on, you know, when I eat, I need to reapply, you know, but if I don't eat anything or drink too much, you know, yes, I usually have lipstick on my cup, you know, and stuff, but that doesn't bother me. I love the colors so much. So that's my lipstick. That's what I'll wear. Okay, Tina, I hope that helps. All right, and our last question is from Doan Davis. This one just came in yesterday. And I haven't checked since yesterday. I hadn't checked for questions before I sat down. All right, and our last question is from Doan Davis. This one just came in yesterday. Absolutely gorgeous. The wreath and garland tie everything in. I'm seriously thinking about doing blue and white decor. I've always leaned toward Tuscan, so that's quite a jump. Oh, yeah, it is. It is a jump. Question, would you please explain again your thought process when and why you changed to blue and white decor? That's a good question. For one thing, my mom loved blue and white. So, you know, when I see this decor, I think of her. And my mom was a very put together lady and very well-dressed and beautiful inside and out. And her bedroom was done kind of in a blue and white, you know, and I always loved that. Then I have a sugar bowl and creamer that my grandma gave me. And I was sitting one day and I was like, oh, it was driving me crazy because I was very country with burgundies and primitive country and that kind of thing, which I love and had for years and years and years on this side of the house. And on that side of this house, I had kind of decorated in like a seafoamy green, kind of like a shabby chic look, you know, out there. And I was sitting here one day and I just probably said it out loud to Chris. I said, I really want to find a decor that I can decorate this entire lower level in. For Christmas, you saw that I cut the house in half, and that's what I've done, you know, with the blues out in that area, light blues and icy colors out in the living room and dining room, and then the more traditional red colors. I'll probably continue to do that for Christmas. But for the rest of the year, I wanted to have a cohesive design that I could go from one room to the next, to the next, to the next, around this main level of the house, and it all be similar in color palette. Different in feels, different as we go, and you'll see what I mean. But I really wanted something that I could interchange decor, that I could, you know, all of my walls are neutral colors. My furniture is now neutral colors other than the two navy blue chairs here. Pretty much all of my furniture is neutral. And that's how I love to decorate. One wall color, furniture neutral, and then add your pops of color. If I wanted to take the blue out of here, I could and add a pop of green or a pop of red or a pop of burgundy or a pop of whatever, you know, but I love the pops of blue. I also like the Laura Ashley kind of blue and white look. I think that's so pretty. I'm not into the Chinesey kind of looking blue and white, you know. Nothing against Chinese, I don't mean that, but I just don't like pagodas and things like that. I don't care for that. But I do love the soft florals of the pink and white. So that's what I settled on because of my grandmother's my Mooney's sugar bowl and creamer. That's what inspired me to build this whole decor around that sugar bowl and creamer. Honest to Pete. Then I found the plates that I used out on the mantle in the last video. I found those and I worked with those. I like the colonial feel. I like the, you know, and that's how I brought it together. Again, I'm not educated. Again, I don't know that how I do things is correct or not correct, but it's how I like it to look and how Chris has been enjoying it. And I really am happy with what I've been doing in this house. It makes me feel like I can add anything to this. Like for Easter, I can add some Easter eggs and some pinks and some, you know, soft greens and purples into this, and it's not going to clash like it would with, you know, like a bold red or a bold burgundy. You know what I mean? This is a soft color palette that I can add and subtract from very easily, and that's why I love it. I really do. I don't want to have to, and I tell you, for a couple of years here on my channel, I switched everything out for every holiday or every season, and it wore me out, y'all. And I just can't do that anymore. That's another thing that motivated me. I wanted to be able to, you know, plug in Easter or plug in Valentine's Day, for instance, or plug in spring a little bit without changing out every single thing, you know. I wanted a basic, generic, everyday decor that I could work the seasons into. So that I just sat and thought about it, and I've been planning it for a long time, or not long time, but I've been planning it as I've gone through, and have really worked. I've really worked hard on it. I really have worked hard on it, and it's now coming to fruition, and I'm really enjoying it. So, hope that answered your question. I did want to show you something that Chris just did as an experiment. I was wanting some uplights. Liz over there at Traditions by the Season had talked about some uplights a while back. And I thought, oh, that would be so pretty, you know, to put on the mantle. So I just wanted to turn this around and show you. For an experiment right now, he has a set of, I'll take you over there at the end and show you. He has a set of, I don't know what he called them. They're LED lights, but they're soft white. And it is really lighting up from below. He has a strip of them. Show you what it is. But it looks so pretty over there. I can't zoom in from this direction, but I'll take you over there. You can see how it's lit up a little bit more. So I'll take you over and show you that. And then I added some blueberries into their baskets. Turn back around here and let's go into some final words here. And let me say that I hope that all is well with everyone. And for those of you who may be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits, hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Stick with me and I'll walk you over to the fireplace mantle and show you what's going on over there. But until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye. Okay, here we are. Now, I just wanted to show you what he's using, and he's also talked about putting a lip, like a little very small white lip up here to hide the lights so that you can't see exactly what the lights, that there are, you know, strip lights there. But that's what they are. They're on like tape. And from a distance, they look really pretty, but I can see them as I walk out. See that? So I don't care for that. If he were to put a little lip up there, that might be better, just to camouflage the way it looks and just have the lights shining up. I think that would be super pretty. But he's experimenting right now, trying to figure out different things. So I'm gonna let him work his magic. And as you can see, I just added some blueberries to the ladies' little baskets there. And I think that looks really pretty. I love it. Absolutely love it. Alrighty, you guys, until next time, probably be the hearth. Y'all take good care. Bye-bye.